The data-driven approach Joe just described, constant testing, rigorous activity tracking, and measuring ROI on every marketing dollar, is exactly what enabled Pure to achieve their remarkable organic growth rates. But by 2021, after more than a decade of 20 to 30% annual organic growth, Pure faced an interesting strategic question. When you're already succeeding at organic growth, why would you add the complexity of M&A? The answer reveals something important about how sophisticated growth leaders think about scaling. They brought on Jason specifically for his M&A expertise, not because organic growth was failing, but because they saw an opportunity to accelerate what was already working.
I think two things is that most of the offices that we build has been de novo. So we've started with one advisor and we continue to build and grow that office, and then we hire advisors, fill them up with leads, and go. And so it takes a long time. We're planting seeds and letting those things grow. I think for inorganic growth with us is that could we get into another geography quickly that already has a foundation, that has some talent, or maybe they had, I think our first couple of deals, they were retiring advisors. They wanted to get out of the business. So we could hire advisors. We could help peel off their book, give it to the younger advisors, turn on our marketing within those markets, and take a $200 million practice and double it in a couple of years. And so I think we're very selective on the inorganic side, and I won't steal Jason's thunder, but organic growth is really in our DNA, and that's our culture. And if you look at high-paced, growth-oriented firms, the inorganic growth is just embedded with us, and we don't want to lose that. And so when you look at doing a bunch of inorganic deals, you're bringing other firms and other cultures in, and so it's been a little bit of challenge. For me, of how to think about that and what is that integration process, and how do you turn those advisors into really high growth, fast paced advisors when they've already kind of built up a certain level of practice. So the good news is that we don't have to do a ton of inorganic growth. But the bad news is that we got to shift through a lot of different firms to find truly the right partner for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of firms in our industry take on private equity for two reasons. One is for liquidity purposes, succession purposes, and then two is because they want to do M&A and inorganic growth. For us, that the inorganic growth wasn't necessarily the driving factor. I mean, I joined because of my background in doing M&A in the industry, and so yes, we wanted to do M&A, but it wasn't like we can't grow organically, so let's do inorganic growth to supplement. It was really more about complementing our organic growth strategy and using inorganic growth to continue to accelerate our organic growth. So again, we want to be selective with inorganic growth, but it wasn't the capital partners coming in. The thesis wasn't, okay, let's turn Pure into an M&A machine. It was more, let's continue to help them grow organically, and if we can do some selective M&A to complement that organic growth and then help accelerate the organic growth, then obviously we want to execute on that too.